you could win.
Marvel Studios Infinity Saga, from the 2008's Iron Man to the 2019 Spider-Man Far From Home, broke new ground. And how? Over the course of 11 years and 23 films, the MCU set ablaze the box office as well as left critics in awe. But since then, unfortunately, it hasn't been the same. Sure, MCU is still a huge success. After all, Deadpool and Wolverine, which came in July this year, made billions. But hey, how can we forget that Marvel, not long ago, also served movies like Eternals and Dark Phoenix? Maybe because the studio seemed to be producing too much material at an excessive rate. Superhero fatigue much? But let's not name and shame, because Avengers Secret Wars is in the pipeline, and this massive Phase 6 project is looking like Marvel's most ambitious project to date. If you thought Infinity War was a big deal, wait until Secret Wars hits theaters. A universe-shattering clash, bringing together heroes, villains, and multiverse mayhem. Secret Wars promises to blow Infinity War out of the water, something that I have heard a little too many times. But first and most importantly, what? Who's at the helm of this adventure? Are we about to meet a villain so fierce that can finally outshine Thanos? With all the buzz surrounding Kang Dynasty and its delays, is Marvel completely gonna go all out? New characters, outrageous cameos, and shocking narrative twists. The anticipation is palpable. In this video, let's explore, from A to Z, everything we know under the sun about this explosive chapter in Marvel history. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
Thanos!
Countdown begins. Release date insights. Avengers Secret Wars was originally scheduled to release on November 7th, 2025, just a mere 6 months after Avengers 5. However, the fans went into a frenzy when, at the 2024 Marvel Comic-Con panel, it was announced that the Russo brothers are returning to direct not just Secret Wars, but also its predecessor, Avengers Doomsday. After absolutely nailing it with Infinity War and Endgame, fans can't wait for them to tie up the multiverse saga with yet another blockbuster. But since Marvel is dragging its feet on development, and now the next 2 Avengers films will be released at further apart intervals, Avengers Doomsday will now premiere on May 1st, 2026, and Secret Wars will follow on May 7th, 2027, over a year later. The first confirmed castings for both films have been announced, and you will be pleased to know that the Fantastic Four will make their MCU debut in them. In a jaw-dropping reveal from San Diego Comic-Con, Robert Downey Jr. is making a comeback, but not in his iconic Iron Man suit, although I would kill to see him in his Iron Man suit again. Anyway, this time, he will be playing Dr. Doom, a pivotal character in both films. Exciting times ahead. With the Russo brothers steering the ship, it's obvious that Avengers Doomsday is set to catapult us right into the multi-dimensional chaos of Secret Wars. By the time Secret Wars releases, Phase 6 will be wrapped up with what is sure to be an amazing crossover event. No doubt about that. War plans, storyline, and plot theory. Especially with the prior Kang buildup, storyline details for Avengers Secret Wars are still under wraps. The events that were initially planned for Avengers the Kang Dynasty have now been rescheduled to Avengers 5, which is now called Avengers Doomsday. Replacing Kang the Conqueror as the main antagonist, we have none other than the Dr. Doom playing the bad guy here. Honestly, this could be the best turn of events for Secret Wars. By zeroing in on Doom and Doomsday, Marvel can pave the way for some multiverse mayhem in the 6th Avengers film. Secret Wars is a title borrowed from 2 huge Marvel comic events, one from 1984 and the other from 2015, both of which featured epic clashes between heroes and villains that shattered universes. In the 1984 version, a cosmic entity named the Beyonder abducts Earth's most infamous heroes and villains and brings them to Battleworld, a planet where they are pitted against each other. I am from beyond, slay your enemies, and all that you desire shall be yours. Nothing you dream of is impossible for me to accomplish, the Beyonder tells all those he had kidnapped. The plot changed many Marvel characters, including Spider-Man getting his famous all-black outfit, which ends up transforming into the symbiote and taking over Peter's mind before becoming Venom. You know, the usual heavy stuff. While 84 is loved by fans, the plot of the 2015 Secret War is more likely to be adapted for the film. In this version, we see the collapse of Marvel's Earth 616 as we know it. If Marvel plays its cards right with the 2015 version, the crossover will be considerably bigger and more reality bending, where worlds will collide and the fate of the MCU hanging in the balance. Looks like Secret Wars has all the makings of one of the craziest Marvel films to date. The Beyonders, yep, a whole herd of them, are wreaking havoc by attempting to bring the multiverse to its knees through incursion. When two worlds collide, they become unstable and finally destroy each other. And that, my friend, is called an incursion. The Beyonders use Molecule Man, a being who is identical in every universe, to pull this off. But then, as is typical with Doctor Doom, the tables are turned. Doom foils the Beyonders and, true to his villainous nature, takes control of their abilities. But Doom's not done yet. He reconstructs Battleworld, cobbled together from bits and pieces of every alternate reality in the Marvel Universe. Naturally, he establishes himself as Emperor, but here lies the twist. Life before Doom, a distant memory, since nobody can recall a time before Doom's reign. The heroes and villains of the game have adapted to their new normal. The Avengers defeat Doom in the end, but not before Earth and the multiverse are forever changed. If this isn't an Avengers-level threat, I don't know what is. This outrageous plot is already beginning to shape. In Doctor Strange, in the Multiverse of Madness, released in 2022, Earth 838 Strange showed how he caused an incursion that destroyed two universes. And how can we forget 2021 Spider-Man, No Way Home? Another example of this kind of multiverse chaos, with numerous Peter Parkers in full swing, pun intended. The 2021 Loki series really leaned into the multiverse idea. And guess what? It's just getting started. The fact that 2024's Deadpool and Wolverine showed how unpredictable time frames may further cement the point. The Time Variance Authority, yes, those multiverse cops we met in Loki, was referenced again in the film, as it dealt with the destruction of universes beyond the sacred timeline. As long as incursions and multiversal turmoil, Marvel is clearly laying the groundwork for a monumental event. The multiverse is splitting at the seam, and Doom's ready to cash in on the chaos. Classic Doom. Heroes assemble, cast and actors revealed. The cast of Secret Wars is massively expanding on par with, or perhaps even larger than, the Infinity War or Endgame casts. No kidding. Now here is the interesting part. Instead of Thanos, it's Robert Downey Jr. stepping into the shoes of Doctor Doom, who is against the Avengers this time. While in Avengers Doomsday, Tom Holland's Peter Parker will have the primary role, but will have a smaller part in Secret Wars according to rumors. Since the Doom will encounter Peter Parker, I'm crossing my fingers that he's a Tony Stark variation. Because let's be real, Spidey's guilt trips really know how to tug at Tony's heartstring, and that dynamic could add some serious feels to the whole chaos mayhem. Without him, there's no guilt tripping for Tony Stark. Well, we all know that. Looks like the Fantastic Four and the Thunderbolts will all play significant roles in the film. Pedro Pascal takes on the role of Reed Richards. Vanessa Kirby shines as Susan Storm. Johnny Storm by Joseph Quinn. And Ebon Moss-Backrack is back to playing the role of Ben Grimm. On the Thunderbolts team, we've got Florence Pugh playing Yelena Belova, Sebastian Stan back as Bucky Barnes, David Harbour for Alexei Shostakov, and Wyatt Russell reprising his part as John Walker. Aside from those two squads and Doctor Doom, no casting announcements have been made, but we can expect to see the big guns. Several familiar faces from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, including Benedict Cumberbatch, ready to work his magic as Doctor Strange, Anthony Mackie as Falcon, Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, Chris Hemsworth bringing the thunderous Thor, Paul Rudd as the lovable Ant-Man, Evangeline Lilly as the Wasp, and of course, Tom Hiddleston is back to charm us all as Loki. You never know who might pop up from phases 4 to 6, so if you see Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop, Tatiana Maslany as She-Hulk, or Shang-Chi, played by Simu Liu, among others, don't be startled. And although Wolverine and Deadpool may not have much of a presence in Doomsday, rumor has it that they will definitely steal the show in Secret Wars. Yes, that may sound like a lot, but when it comes to Marvel, the sky's the limit. Also in the comic book, Doom's henchmen included Magneto, the Lizard, Molecule Man, the Beyonder, and even Kang the Conqueror. Sounds like a dream team, but only villainous. Behind the curtain, controversies and scandal. The road to bringing the next major Marvel team up to the big screen has undoubtedly been a bit bumpy, with Hollywood strikes causing delays and Marvel Studios reevaluating their strategy following several high-profile blunders. It's certainly been an unpredictable journey. On July 22nd, 2022, Marvel filed 5 new trademarks, one of which is Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. The day after, at San Diego Comic-Con, Kevin Feige, the boss man of Marvel, dropped the news that the movie was officially in the works, and set a release date for May 2nd, 2025. A few days later, it was revealed that Destin Daniel Cretton would be directing, with Jeff Loveness joining the crew as a writer. Unfortunately, plans were altered. The film was rescheduled to May 1st, 2026, from June 20th, 2023. And just like that, everything began to change. In November 2023, Cretton walked off to focus on Shang-Chi 2, and Michael Waldron was recruited to rework the script and replace Loveness, played by Jonathan Majors. Kang the Conqueror was all set to be the MCU's next big villain. He had already been soft-launched in the Disney Plus series, Loki. He made his live-action debut with 2023's Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, one of the worst-rated movies in MCU. While Kang was appreciated for his portrayal of the antagonist, he was ultimately killed by giant ants. Well, let's not go there. Kind of a sore topic. However, on December 18, 2023, word got out that Disney decided to part ways with him following a guilty verdict in an assault and harassment case. This meant that the future of the Kang Dynasty was in jeopardy. Ouch. On that very day, Marvel decided to rebrand and call the film Avengers 5 instead of the Kang Dynasty. Come February 2024, the buzz was that the Kang Dynasty was officially dropped and Kang's role would be drastically reduced or eliminated. The Kang Dynasty was officially scrapped in July 2024 by Marvel, who then revealed Avengers Doomsday as the new 5th installment. Amidst all this, the chatter about Robert Downey Jr. joining the Avengers once again has certainly sparked fresh excitement for the project, but fans are still arguing about whether the casting choice is appropriate. But anything to see RDJ in Avengers once again, man. With all the unexpected developments, Avengers Doomsday is back on track, and the expectations from it are huge. I mean huge. Fans in frenzy, reactions, and anticipation. With so many TV shows, movies, and comic book arcs to draw from, the speculation about what Avengers Secret Wars may deliver is in abundance. Well, we already know about Doctor Doom's potential involvement, which happens to be one of the most talked about rumors. With his confirmed appearance in Avengers Doomsday, Doom might very well play the lead villain role in Marvel's The Fantastic Four: First Steps, which is scheduled to be released on July 25th, 2025. Also, Robert Downey Jr.'s return to the MCU for a single film wouldn't make much sense, right? A major role for Doom in Secret Wars would be a huge step forward for Marvel's top villain. On top of that, the buzz is all about how Secret Wars might just pull off a soft reboot for the MCU. Marvel might use this as an opportunity to recast roles or revive deceased figures. That theory really clicks with the 2015 Secret Wars comic storyline, where the multiverse goes kaboom and then everything gets recreated. It might also work with the original storyline from the 1980s, where the heroes are sent to a parallel reality until a new order is established. Also, it turns out everyone was right about Secret Wars, which will conclude the multiverse saga. Marvel just gave it the official stamp of approval, given that Jonathan Hickman's 2015 comic concluded that particular multiverse. It makes total sense for the MCU to follow suit, right? Looks like Secret Wars will change the Marvel Universe forever. And trust me, you won't want to be left out of this wild ride. Marvelous verdict. So to bring it all together, Avengers Secret Wars looks like it's going to be the MCU's biggest event yet, where anything can happen. Whether it's bringing in every slinging Spider-Man version or finally giving Doctor Doom his chance, we're all happy to simply ride along this crazy journey that Marvel has ever planned. The multiverse has turned into the MCU's playground. And sure, it's a bit chaotic, but that's half the fun. The possibilities are numerous, and although we don't know which ideas will be true, one thing is certain, they will be unforgettable. Marvel knows how to keep us guessing, and I, for one, am all in to see how they tie it all up. So gear up. There's a whole lot more excitement on the way before Secret Wars finally land. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one, and be safe. Thanks, everyone.